Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New Jersey. And what we're going to be doing today in the barn shop is we're going to be making a better bucket for holding our electroplating solution. So I've got some, about that thick steel here. And what we're going to do is cut out a nice square shape that's easy to weld together and will drain easily. So what that's going to do is that's going to have a sort of home plate shaped section for the front. So you can put a tap here and all the water will drain out here. So then these are roughly, I is good at drawing, roughly straight sided here. Then the back is just square. And the sides are square. And you get a little crease going up the center of it like that. So this will be about 5 inches that way, about 8 inches that way. Say another, why not? 8 inches across that way, and then we'll have this section here just be a 1/2 inch. Alright, so that gives us 2 panels that are 8 by 5, 8 by 5, and we have this back here that's 8 by 8, and a little special guy here, and I'll figure out just how big those are. Alright, let's get started. So we've got the 3 pieces cut out, and let me tell you about this angle grinder here. Not the most accurate thing in the world. I had to spend a lot of time at the belt grinder truing up these edges and getting them square-ish. So if you've got something better like a bandsaw or a shear or a beaver, just about anything, use that. So what we're going to do is we're going to tack these together with the TIG torch here, and the technique is to set your amperage much higher than you need it. This is 075. I'm going to set the welder up at 125, 130, and use the spot mode and just give it a quick hit like that and just let it pool together real quick there and give us a real easy tack. So let's give that a go. So now we've got our box tacked together in one piece, and we're left with a somewhat sticky situation of what do these 2 pieces look like. I'm sure I could sit around here and do some trigonometry to figure out just what angle to cut this at and just what angle to cut that at, but I'm not going to do that, mostly because I'm lazy. What I'm going to do is just lay this down on there and then just trace out whatever shape. Interesting. Let's try doing it this way. Got a box to cut out. Okay, so the plan is just come in here like this. Let the magnet take that up here. tack the back in place, get this tacked, and then beat it into submission. So that's got it less or more tacked together. I'm going to take it over to the blast cabinet and shoot off all of the scale and then weld it together properly. I'm debating rather not to weld it or braze it. I'm leaning towards weld, but if I have any big holes that I'm not welder enough to fill up, I'm going to switch to the silicon bronze. So after a lot of grinding, I got this okay. You know, there's maybe a couple of trouble spots, but the powder coat should make up for it. But what I need is I need some hooks to hold this up here, because the idea is that this is held up by PVC pipe here that it just kind of hooks under, and then the electrodes sit here and whatever your plating goes in there. So I'll just make those out of this, you know, not that thick sort of steel here, and I'll just cut those up with some tin snips here. That ought to do. I'd say that that's good for 2. Out like that. Doesn't have to be straight or even. So you're not really going to see much here. What I'm doing is I'm using the helping hand on this side of the table to push this into the work. And it's not doing a stellar job, but it should be enough. So if you get a look at what I've done here, since I've got a lot of material and I don't really care how good it is, I've just melted the base metal first and chased it until I got a good melt on the joint piece. So it'll be good enough. If you want to know what I'm doing, or just want to make fun of me in the comments, probably a good move. But I've got the welder set at 40 amps. This thing falling over. And yeah, like I said, I'm just sparking on the main there, looking for a spot where it's kind of close to the workpiece, and just hoping I get a nice join. Not using any filler. You can probably see that. So the idea is just take this, maybe something flat like this, and then just roll the metal around it like that. That's how it'll hang. Once again, take this here, shit. Ought to do her. Okay, let me walk you through the setup here for the powder coat. Got the easy bake oven down here. It's chooching its way up to 450. Now we go through this very, very fine wiring setup here to our powder coat gun set up here. We've got the workpiece on the rack there, and what'll happen is we'll press le bouton here, and that hots up this to several hundred volts or something like that, and that causes the powder to stick to it. But I don't really have a tripod set up to do this, so you're just gonna have to use your imagination. So this is the setup now. This is it done and in its native habitat. You can see it hangs there in the little rail system, and that leaves a lot more room under here for tinctures and potions and all other plating whatnots. I might build a shelf for this ultrasonic cleaner here. But yeah, this is pretty much the application, that you put the rail over your plating solution and hold your workpiece in here. I put a quick lick Krylon, white Krylon on there so that I can see what's going on inside the tank while it's plating. But yeah, that should work just fine. Thanks for hanging out with me while to build it, and I'll try better next time.